applied research as well, that it's not just contributing to more knowledge, but also working on actual problems, societal problems.
We need to eat more greens, huh?
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed. And
can you finish it in 30 seconds?
Definitely. So, indeed, I think I can contribute in many ways. One is by advising, one is by making knowledge more accessible.
Also, you could teach doctors, you could teach dietitians,
Indeed.
you could even teach professors in medical sciences, because you know more than your professor. You are a professor already, in my view. But okay, so you can do a lot,
yes.
you know,
yes.
in food and lifestyle. Okay. So anything else you want to say?
So I just said I'm also busy making knowledge more accessible. And you can do that with interviews. I'm also doing that with a book that I write.
And you're interested in food and environment, both, and production of food.
I think what is really unique about food is that food can have an impact on many things at once. Large impact on health, on climate change, on the biodiversity, on human rights. And that's why I'm synthesizing that in my book.
Okay, last question. Do you think we invest enough in preventive medicine? Like we can prevent 80% of all diseases by lifestyle, environment, law, you know, health laws, and social projects for people who are in unhealthy, poor situation, who have a big distance to health and are lived 15 years shorter, and you know, preventive medicine program in the workplace. That was why promotion, you know, and to keep people healthy at the workplace with lifestyle and with good life work environment. So should we not invest much more in preventive medicine?
Yes, we should. If you look now, for example, in the Netherlands, we are spending over 100 billion euros on healthcare. And if you look at the budget for health promotion, which include things like exercise and nutrition, that's about 0.5% of that budget.
Less than 1%. Stress, relaxation, food,
and
lifestyle, environment.
And most of that, well, environment is also a different
category. Okay, let's do lifestyle.
But most of that is also on exercise. So nutrition, if you just look at nutrition, that's even less. So you're talking about millions, whereas we are investing billions and billions and billions and tens of billions in actual curative care.
I think 25% now of what the government in Holland is spending goes to healthcare. And if we don't change and we keep these chronic diseases and the rise of age in the Netherlands, it might go up to 50%, Hanno Peil said. Like, I mean, I'm a big fan of Jaap Seidel, Hanno Peil, Erik Scherder, you know. So what do you think? What should we do? Should we keep asleep or should we wake up in the government and in the corporations about preventive medicine?
Well,
should we keep asleep and stay stupid like Einstein said? Or should we wake up?
I just said we need those investments, and you already see that companies, and like you have in Belgium, you have Vivoca Health Community. Those are companies. Those are actually asking invest more in prevention, triple the budget in Belgium for prevention. That is.
But you said it's only 0.5% that we spend now, which is to me totally stupid. You can save
on health promotion.
80% of all chronic diseases like Alzheimer, cancer, diabetes, obesity, metabolic diseases, brain diseases. 80% of all diseases can be prevented. But we only spend half a percentage, not even less than 1% is in prevention. But this is, for me as a health scientist, I'm totally in shock how stupid we are as a government and as corporations. Einstein said, you know, the mankind is stupid, that we destroy our planet and we don't prevent problems. You know, the wise man prevents problems, but we are not wise.
Yeah. So
You know.
part of the problem is you have people who need to invest, and when they invest in prevention and health promotion, the benefits are for society. The benefits are not for themselves. So
It's the
there
money.
is a bit
It's
of
the
problem.
money. It's the capitalism. It's the money that is the problem. Like they want money for themselves. They're greedy, and they don't want to have a healthy apple, and have a healthy orange. They rather have you in the hospital being sick, and then the health insurance and the doctors they get
I'm
the,
not
and the
saying-
pharmacology
I'm not saying
they get their money.
That's
I'm a bit cynical.
that's probably a bit too cynical,
Yeah.
but it is true that if you invest,
Mm-hmm.
the benefits are for society,
Mm-hmm.
and many people invest when the benefits are for them mostly, and now you are investing for benefits for society, and that's one of the problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how can we convince especially the governments to spend and invest much more in preventive medicine, and how can we invite the corporations? I have my cum laude in preventive medicine because I studied 50 corporations in USA and what they did for prevention and in preventive medicine: food, exercise, relaxation, human resource, healthy way of protecting the people, you know, giving them challenges in their career. And they found out that investing $1, you earn back $3. So this is making sense for corporations to invest in. It's a very big return on investment. $1 investment makes $3 of getting it back, the money. 1 to 3 is a very big, good ratio, isn't it? So
Yes.
it makes sense for corporations and for
Yeah.
governments. You know, if we don't do anything as governments, we go up from 25% of our national budget, giving it to health, into maybe, as Ronald and Jaap Seidel and Erik Scherder say, it goes up to 40, 50, maybe even 60. I mean, the society will collapse. What do you think? Is Erik Scherder and Ronald and Jaap Seidel and all these people who are, and Esther Aerts from the Donders Institute in Radboud, who now investigates the relationship between gut flora and brain. But are they right? Should we invest much more in preventive medicine? And should we, in the corporations and in the society and in the government, should we wake up and start moving with food and lifestyle and environment?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I want to finish this video. So Amar, what would be your summary of what we talked about, and where you would like to take us, the society, the governments, the corporations? So what is your vision? Give us your vision on the future. What would you like to see, and what could you do? I mean, you're so passionate about health and science and environment, you know, and vegetarian food and you know, exercise you do a lot, meditation you do a lot, stress you don't do too much. So what would your advice be for us as a society and as corporations and as also as a health minister and as a government, and also for economy? Because economy is good if nobody is sick, you know. If you stay healthy, like in Okinawa, you have 100+ women, and they have less Alzheimer than we have, much less. You have in Bolivia, you have an research 2 months ago that they live even longer than the women in Okinawa, and they have even less Alzheimer and chronic disease. It's in the north of Bolivia. you know, the native
Right.
Indians.
Right.
So what the native Indians do and what the women in Okinawa do, why don't we learn from them? They eat plant-based, they have some fish, you know, they have their own organic garden, they live together, they live outside, they do a lot of exercise, they have a beautiful lifestyle. So what can we live? What we can learn a lot from them, from Okinawa and from the native Indians from Bolivia, who even have less Alzheimer than Okinawa, and Okinawa have much less Alzheimer than we have, because we go to the McDonald's and we eat shit, and we stress, and we do a lot of wrong things.
Right. So it's always good to look at examples.
Hmm.
You probably can't just do the same. You also need good research to back it up.
Hmm.
If you look at cases, then it's still no evidence what is causing the effect.
Hmm.
But indeed, there is a need to invest more in preventive strategies, combinations of nutrition, food, relaxation, and
Yeah, and also what Professor Marion Koopman said, that, you know, with all the meat we eat and the way we are with animals, you know, we were eating wild monkeys and then we created AIDS. We were eating wild animals in China probably, and then we created COVID. Now the ice bears, they're dying because they're eating all this birds with bird flu. So Marion Koopman said, if we don't change our relationship with animals and with ecology, then the zoonosis and all these diseases caused by the way we are with nature and we are with animals, it's a problem. What do you think about what Marion Koopman said, Professor Marion Koopman, the virologist, about how we are with nature and how we are with animals?
yes, so we are already with a population of 8 billion people in the world, and then we have even 10 times as much animals used for food consumption, and that is a problem. That is too much. That's not sustainable. That's
Yeah, and then you have the Q-cause, I don't know the English name, you know, the Q fever, and you have many diseases like AIDS and COVID and the bird flu that's now going into cows in USA. So we need to stop this. We need to think. We need to change. But I'm an activist. I like people to be healthy, and I like the planet to be healthy, and I like people to be happy. But you're the chemist, you know, the professor in chemistry who understands how it works. You're much more practical. So what do you think? Your last words about how can we make this transition from bad planet and bad health and a lot of chronic diseases into, is there hope for us? Can we change, or don't we want to change?
yes, and
The environment and the health and the preventive medicine.
indeed,
Is there hope for mankind? Or are we doomed and we want to destroy the planet and we want to destroy ourselves?
No. I think that there's always hope, and I'm leaving you curious for now. I'm
Okay.
telling those kind of strategies also in my book.
Okay,
Yeah.
so people can go and ask for this book, and they can go to LinkedIn and look at Amar van Laar.
Yes.
And in your LinkedIn they find everything, and they can mail you and they can ask you questions, they can give you a job or whatever. Eh?
Indeed. Yeah.
Okay, shall we stop this one?
You're right. Yeah.
So Amar, what did you think about this interview? Was it okay, or was it too much me talking and not enough you talking?
Probably it is better to do like one question instead of question and then answer. Then probably people forget which question you were actually answering.
Oh, so I'm not a good interviewer, huh? Not really.
Well, I mean, on one hand, it is good to see that you are passionate yourself. Yeah.
But your advice to me would be, as my son, you're my professor. Huh?
Well, I mean, it's as an interviewer, it's not your task to answer the questions that you.
Ah, okay. You're the expert, and I
Right.
should ask the questions. Okay. Thank you. So can we now go and eat?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Amar. And applause. I hear everybody clapping. Clap, 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 clap. I'm so proud of you. And let me again look at this. And Amar is also an excellent harp player. So thank you very much, Amar. Clap,
Yeah.
clap, clap.
Yeah.
Bye.